family has enjoyed the poppy fields for many years, but now that I am 89, it's time to sell. The property is located just south of Quail Lake and a 19,300 home project by Centennial. It's been approved by the Los Angeles Board of Supervisors. Our 4 parcels are in red. Our property is directly across from the Quail Lake parking lot. Just off I-5 on the 138 is Quail Lake. This is the parking lot. Behind that is Tejon Ranch. This is a heavily traveled road. It will be widened to 4 lanes. Information is in our mailbox and in our drop box. From here we go up into the poppy fields. Sandra is on top of the poppy fields. Turn up this road and it's a glorious sight this time of year. We come to the first gate, which belongs to me, with the Cordova property on the other side. Up the dirt road, we come to my gate. We enter parcel number 1 with 40 acres. What they call an all-weather road that is partially paved. It goes through my 40 acres.
Oh, look at that.
This is a porch.
Nice.
That's the longest porch I've ever seen.
Oh my goodness.
It is, really.
At one end of the porch, there are oak trees valued at $120,000. See drop box for evaluation. Notice the multicolors in the cement. As we're on the porch, outdoor barbecue is still in place. And the path kind of meanders a little bit. And we come up to this clearing where even the foundation was taken out. This is the road that leads up to the old ranch house area. And now we're there looking out over the porch.
Some good parties here, I have a feeling, right?
The former owner was going to build his home next door, opposite the fire tank. Manufactured home that you saw on those plans sat right here.
Okay, that's a good
and it's
spot.
kind of facing out this way with this view in the winter. It is a tiered property with a new transformer. He had everything 100% drawn out and organized, and then I bought it when he was suddenly transferred. Previous owner's plans are in our Dropbox. This is the 45-foot turnaround for the fire department. To the left of the gate into the 20 acres is the well for the 10,000-gallon water tank. Our 110 and 220 power lines running above ground.
Lots of water pressure.
And the 220 switches operate the well. See authorized well report in Dropbox. The road goes up to a gate for a large corral that has electrified 12-volt fence going all the way around it. Inside the corral is a 10,000-gallon water tank and a small hay barn. Previous owner put in electricity. Leaving the corral, we come to Ward's Retreat. We enter the fun parcel number 2, 20 acres. It's a little rough looking right now, but that's the tabletop. To the left is the whoop-de-doos, and down at the end is one of the berms. The rifle range is in back of the south berm, where we have even more valuable scrub oak than we had on the porch. The rifle range is marked every 50 feet.
Got it.
I wasn't expecting that, Mike.
The road into the main camping site is 20 feet wide. With 3 box canyons, you really can't hear anything going on. This is the porch area of the main ranch house. Behind the porch are 3 RV parking areas. This is my work area, parked next to a septic tank and water. By each water valve is a electrical line that runs underground. To winterize, we open this valve after closing the valves at the 4,000 and 5,000 gallon tank. This was a cattle yard, and that is the slaughterhouse area. We found the stones that had been cleared from the land for farming over 100 years ago and brought it here. 3 of the stones surrounding the fire pit are solid quartz. Mining took place on this property. Our neighbor next door, Arnold Britton, does all of our tractoring. All the neighbors are especially helpful. Regulation sand volleyball court with the camping area over here. This is one of 7 water faucets. Each one has electricity nearby. And this is the temporary power pole that's not connected to the last power pole in the area. In the former cattle yard, there used to be a cowboy home. These steps lead up to its porch, which we call the theater. We also have picnic tables and barbecue. Our watering system for the new trees was discontinued by the previous owners. The main camping area has a road in front of it and a road behind it. This area here can be used for parking or a bounce house or even a swimming pool. The dirt bikes sit on a trailer that can be pulled out, and there's a cement slab that the container sits on, as well as the motorhome, and this is where I like to work. RVs like to park here because of the water and the septic tank. This tank is fed by a spring that was used for the former ranch house. It is a 4,000 gallon metal tank, and we are
digging a foot lower to get the water.
This is one of secluded 3-box canyons that has the ranch house and the cowboy house, the cattle yard, and over that hill is the rifle range. The 3rd box canyon on the 20 acres is the archery range with the reservoir on top. Which one are you shooting for, the first one? Coming out of the 20-acre parcel, we look back on the 40-acre parcel. This is in November, and it still is gorgeous. Even the sunflowers. This is the 5,000 gallon tank with a 100-gallon overflow tank, which I was going to use for a water slide. That is the dam path, so-called because of the reservoir that's behind that fence, as we go out of the 20 acres into the 40 acres through this gate. Early spring. We enter the 3rd parcel with a spring and reservoir and much more. As we go through the gate into the 40 acres, you can see the V where they siphoned the water over from the spring into the reservoir. We could not get the siphon to work, so we had to dig 35 feet. This is how we got the gravity feed of water from the spring to the reservoir and camp. The spring comes in from the side as well as the gully. The 4 water collectors feed this junction that gravity feed into the reservoir or into the green tank for camp. My water system is diagrammed in the drop box. We watch the animals and birds in the pond. This road goes to the northeast corner of our property where the gate opens into the Catholic Church property. Our fence line is over there on top of that hill. We are on top of Hill Camp, and you can see how it looks all over the north and south 40 acres. In the background is the aqueduct. A gas line runs underneath this road that is on top of the 3 box canyons. It begins on the west side with a 300-foot well that is not in use. All of this is part of the North 40 with several camps. We cross over to go up to Quail Camp, which overlooks the pond and Quail Lake. The aqueduct comes out of Quail Lake just as you turn up to our camp. In the background is 138, Gorman City, Alamo Mountain, I-5, and the road to camp. Parcel 4 with 40 acres has 2 gates that lead to the Angeles National Forest. This just takes your breath away. From our largest camp, you can see for miles.
I see Pyramid Lake over there.
Yeah. The road winds down and goes out a gate into the National Forest, and the trails can take you to Castaic Lake area or underneath the I-5 into Hungry Valley. It is beautiful even in the winter. The area has been cleaned out for farming and cattle grazing. I'm told that the soil is one of the best. Deer and quail and other animals are often found on the property, even in the camps.
Well, looking at the comps that we kind of looked at, it ranges from like 8,000 to 12,000 an acre.
Let's sell fast at 7,000 an acre. Enjoy the coming fun clips. No.
This is gonna be bad.
Close.
We're gonna shoot more. Or shoot rabbit.
Oh! Holy crap, Charles! Holy crap! That was a good one.
Hi, Julie. Where are you going?
I don't know. I don't think we're going anywhere now. Mom's got a gun.
Smoke from the gigantic fire of last night. Down on Hill Camp. Good morning.
This group here, please turn. We have about, what do you say, 90 kids up here?
Oh, that's better.
Who's driving? Welcome to all to the glorious poppy fields.